Welcome to the vlog. It is Sunday night, January 22nd. It is the week of my gastroenterology appointment. I have not seen my doctor in 4 months, so this is going to be a big update appointment. But tonight we are not thinking about that. Robert and I are having a cozy night at home, and I think I'm on the brink of finding a new safe food, so I'm going to show you what I'm having for dinner, and I'm going to show you what Robert is having for dinner as well. He is having the food that I was not able to finish at the Mexican restaurant yesterday. This is what Robert is having for dinner. It is carnitas and tortillas, rice, and refried beans. And this is what I'm having for dinner. This is Italian wedding soup, and it has these little tiny meatballs in it, which are really tasty. I've already tasted it. It tastes totally delicious. And this is the kind of soup that it is. I cannot wait to eat this, and it's gonna be a nice little evening. So y'all, I actually finished this entire giant bowl of soup. This is my new favorite safe food. I'm about to be buying a bunch more of these, I feel. This is gonna be so good. And if you look, the reason I think I was able to tolerate this is because the fiber content is only 3 grams for the whole container. I'm starting to realize the secret for me is low fiber, and then I'm usually able to eat it, which is awesome. Very proud of myself right now. So to finish off this cozy evening, we are going to make drinking chocolate. So like hot chocolate, but kind of a level up. We found these while we were at the Whole Foods. It is Mexican style stone ground chocolate with vanilla in it. And so Robert and I are each gonna have a cup of this hot chocolate, and we are about to make it. Robert is excited. He's excited. And we're heating up 2 cups of it, 1 cup for Robert and 1 cup for me. We're supposed to use 1 cup of milk per each of those chocolate discs that we have. And now we're gonna cut up our chocolate discs. Oh, these look so cool. Dessert.
I have no idea.
I think it is ready to pour. I'm excited about this. I'm worried I'm not gonna pour it right. But I'm gonna put marshmallows on mine, because I really feel like you can't have drinking chocolate without marshmallows. How many would you like? And would you like any cinnamon or nutmeg? Cinnamon. You know what? I'm gonna do some cayenne. So I'm gonna do my first taste. My little spoon. That is perfect. It tastes exactly as good as this place in Durham called Coca Cinnamon that makes drinking chocolate like this. It tastes even better than that, honestly. It's so rich and dark and not too sweet at all. I'd honestly use a little more cayenne just because I like the spice, but it's just so good. So today is January 23rd. My nausea and my pain have been pretty intense today, but I did still manage to eat my morning Kate Farm shake and my my morning Kate Farm shake and my afternoon Kate Farm shake. So my breakfast and my lunch these days. So I'm actually really happy with that I was able to do that. And for some reason, I always feel better in the evenings lately. Like I'll struggle to eat my liquid breakfast and my liquid lunch. I'll struggle. And then when I get home and it's dinner time, I'm like, oh, I think I can handle solid food. I don't know why I'm doing so well at night lately, but I'm just gonna go with it. And dinner is going to be Italian wedding soup again with meatballs. I went and bought a whole bunch of these at Whole Foods on my way home because I'm gonna be becoming obsessed with this soup. I might even have it every night this week if I'm doing well enough to have it. So I'm gonna have a big bowl of this. And then we'll see where the night takes me. I also picked up some yogurt and some more hot chocolate ingredients. So if I feel well enough after I have this soup, I may have some more food later in the evening. I'm really trying to get my calories back up again so that I don't lose any more weight because I've been losing for the past 3 or 4 months. Actually, I think I started losing in October, maybe in September, and then in November I lost a whole lot. In December I lost a whole lot, and I've lost a couple more pounds in January as well. So I'm thinking that if I can do my best to get my calories back around like 1,400 to 1,500 a day, even if I won't gain weight doing that, I'm hoping that I can at least stop losing weight and kind of start to get myself back to where I might be able to get some weight back on. We'll see, but that is the goal. So trying to just really push myself and eat better food at night, since I tend to feel better at night lately for some reason. So anyway, I'm gonna heat up this soup. I heated it up on the stove tonight, and you can really see how many little meatballs they give you, which is nice. I'm just eating this soup right up. It's sitting really well. Maybe this is a little bit of a turning point in terms of like being able to tolerate a little bit more food every day, because this soup is settling super well and I'm already fantasizing about what I'm gonna have for dessert. I know what it's gonna be. It's gonna be delicious. I need to finish the soup so I can have some dessert. I am pretty full from the soup, but I'm still just hungry somehow. Like I'm full but also hungry. I feel like people that have gastroparesis probably get this feeling, but just like I know I'm kind of physically full, but just mentally I still really want food. So I'm gonna just try to eat and see how it goes. And this idea that I have for dessert is so freaking good. So let me show you what I'm doing. So I still have a ton of ice cream left over from my wisdom tooth surgery. You can see that I only ate the vanilla for some reason, so it's time I'm gonna do the chocolate. And then I also am craving yogurt for some reason. I picked this up at the store today. It's the Siggy's Touch of Honey yogurt. I've never had the Touch of Honey flavor, but it looked really good. So I'm gonna put in this little cup half ice cream and half yogurt, and we will see how it goes. So yeah, this is going to be my delicious dessert tonight. That was one of the best desserts that I've made for myself in a long time. I might have even liked it better than the hot chocolate. I don't even know. I love the texture of that thick yogurt, I think, more than the texture of ice cream. And I also find that ice cream, when I eat it by itself, can be a little bit overly sweet. And so then to have it with the yogurt that added the tartness, it was just like the perfect flavor and the perfect texture to mix the texture of ice cream and yogurt with the flavor of ice cream and yogurt. I don't think everyone would like it, but if you're a big fan of ice cream like me and a big fan of yogurt and you don't like desserts that are too sweet, it was freaking delicious, especially when the ice cream started to melt into the yogurt. So good. I feel like today's been an awesome food day. Well, like the majority of the day I was super nauseous and could barely drink my Kate Farm shakes. And then this evening I've been feeling good, so I'm super hyped. And I don't know if you can see this, but we got our calories above 1,500. So we're gonna try to do this every day this week. I did it yesterday too. Well, I almost did. Yesterday we were only at 1,488, but we tried. So I think if I can get my calories back to around 1,500 a day, which is me like pushing myself to my max, very full right now, then maybe I can stop losing weight. I don't think it's likely I'm going to be gaining weight with like just how limited my ability to eat is right now, but if I can at least stop losing weight, then that will be very helpful to me. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys when I talk to you guys. So it's Tuesday night. my GI appointment is tomorrow. I've actually done pretty well with food today. I have eaten almost the exact same as I did yesterday. Literally almost the exact same. And my calories are 1,515. If I can get to 1,500 calories a day, I really do think that I can stop my weight loss. So that'll be really good. So happy about that. Obviously, I'm nauseous. Obviously, I've had some pain today. But that's just my baseline for living life at this point. So I'm getting a little more used to it, or at least I'm trying to. However, what I've come here to talk about today is... So... Your girl hasn't pooped in 5 days. Look, I did the Miralax clear out on Tuesday of last week. Then Wednesday I suffered and I was very cleansed. And then Thursday I was still feeling the effects of the Miralax. And then ever since Friday, nothing. Didn't poop Friday, didn't poop Saturday, didn't poop Sunday, didn't poop Monday. It's now Tuesday night. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. That's 5 days. So yeah, that's not good. I've had a lot of intestinal pain because of that today, which is not good. And yeah, it just seems like my intestines are just like, peace. And it's especially concerning because the past 5 days have been pretty good in terms of food. The only day that I did not eat a good amount was Saturday, but Thursday and Friday I ate good amounts of food thanks to like the date that Robert and I went on and the work event that I had. And then Sunday and Monday I got to 1,500. And then today I got to 1,500. So that's a lot of good food days. And I still have not pooped. Oh, I don't know. Okay, so I just got home from work. Today's Wednesday. It's the day of my gastroenterology appointment. And I'm very nervous about it. I've actually been feeling anxious today. And I don't normally get anxious about things lately. Yeah, my intestines finally moved this morning, which is great. I think it's been a combination of the anxiety and also... I drank a whole bunch of coffee this morning. I filled up my work thermos with a ton of coffee. I don't even know how much coffee. It was a lot of coffee. So yeah, I had a lot of coffee this morning and that definitely helped. Coffee tends to only help my motility in the mornings if I drink it like the first thing that I drink and if I haven't gone in a while. And I drink the coffee, warm coffee. If it's cold, it's not gonna help. That's good. As far as food and everything today, so far all I've eaten today or drank today is that coffee, and it's almost 1 p.m. So I definitely need to get some food in me. I've had a good bit of pain today, so that's why I haven't eaten any solid foods yet, but I'm sure I will. This week has been a really good week in terms of food. It makes me feel really happy, and honestly it makes me feel more hopeful than I've felt in months, because it felt like November and December that I really couldn't catch a break. Like it felt like every single day and every single week overall was a bad week for food. And I finally feel like I'm catching a bit of a break with this. So that makes me feel really good. It's been like months since I feel like things have calmed down. It's been the best week I've had in a couple months. So I'm really happy about that. Whenever I have that hope come through, then it makes me go, okay, what can I try now? What can I try to do to make myself feel even better? I'm always thinking about that. I always have that hope. I just don't have it in me to give up and be like, this is my life. I just want to always try to make things better. And so I'm thinking about doing LowFODMAP again, honestly. And even though I've tried it multiple times in 2022, I don't think I ever gave it a fair go. And even though I did it for almost a month in April, like almost the whole month of April, I was doing low FODMAP. And then for a lot of May, I was primarily eating low FODMAP foods. I don't think I ever gave it a good try. And I'll tell you why, because low FODMAP is restrictive in certain ways, and in other ways it's not. And what I mean by that is, yes, it is very restrictive in terms of portions, but in terms of like I'm trying to think of how to say this, like, it's restrictive, but you can have almost anything except onions and garlic in small portions. And so that kind of created a weird space for me when I was doing it last year, because I felt like nothing was off limits at a small enough portion. And given that I have other issues like my likely gastroparesis and my intestinal issues, I can't really have that attitude with it. Like, I can't eat raw vegetables, really. I just can't. My stomach cannot digest them. And raw vegetables that you can eat raw are pretty encouraged on low FODMAP, like cucumbers, lettuce, tomatoes, bell peppers. So I was eating more raw vegetables on low FODMAP. There are also a lot of foods that aren't great for the gut that are allowed on low FODMAP, like beer is allowed, sugar, table sugar is low FODMAP. You can even have gluten in certain portions. You can have dairy in certain portions. And I think I tolerate gluten and dairy okay. But I think I want to find a way to do low FODMAP that is better for me and give it like one more real solid go. Like I think I want to do it cutting out dairy completely, except for cheese, just cutting out sugary dairy completely. I want to try cutting out sugar. I want to try. And the thing that also really made low FODMAP hard for me at the time that I did it is I did not want to give up fruit. And you don't have to give up fruit on low FODMAP, but I definitely wanted to eat fruit in the maximum serving that I possibly could, even though I don't really tolerate fruit. Like, again, raw fruit, my stomach really can't digest it anymore. And until October of last year, I did not want to give up fruit. I did not want to give it up. I was hell-bent on not giving it up. And then in October, my symptoms progressed enough that I have not wanted fruit since October. I've had a tiny bit of fruit here and there since October, but I don't think I've had a full serving of fruit since maybe the end of September. Not even a smoothie. Like I went from not being able to give up fruit and to being upset that I had to limit my fruit consumption to not being able to eat it at all, and it making me so sick that I don't want to eat it at all. So I think that will help me do low FODMAP in a better way as well. Is I'm gonna not do raw vegetables, which were messing me up last time. I'm not gonna do any raw fruit, even though there are plenty low FODMAP fruit options. I'm gonna try to do higher protein. I'm not gonna eat nuts. There are a fair amount of nuts that are allowed on low FODMAP, and I can't really digest nuts with the way my stomach is. I think the reason low FODMAP didn't work for me last time is I was still doing a lot of sugar, a lot of nuts, a lot of fruit, and drinking things like beer and having raw vegetables. And I was also pushing the limit on like how many beans I can eat on low FODMAP, because you can pretty much eat edamame and chickpeas in certain portions on low FODMAP, and I can't digest those either. Low FODMAP allows a lot of foods that I can't really digest with the way my stomach is, and so I think that's why I failed. Is I did low FODMAP, just only focusing on low FODMAP, and I think honestly, since my situation is more complex and there's a lot of different things at play, not just my ability to tolerate FODMAPs, there's the whole potential likely gastroparesis piece, there's the slow motility piece, there's the inability to tolerate raw foods, inability to tolerate legumes, inability to tolerate nuts, all these things. So I have an idea of how I want to do low FODMAP this time, and I want to do it a lot differently than I did it last time. So we'll probably start that next week, because this week I want to eat the rest of the stuff we have in the house. We have a lot of high FODMAP foods in the house right now. We have milk, we have ice cream, we have yogurt, we have those soups that I got that have a lot of garlic in them. So I'm going to eat through all that the rest of the week. But I think starting Monday next week, I am going to try low FODMAP and doing it a way that I can actually digest. And we'll see what happens. Yeah. Anyway, this vlog is too long. I'm going to cut it down a lot. But I will talk to you guys today, but in a different video. So talk to you guys later on.